I've been out a few times in the last couple of weeks on site, and there's been a few tips I've been able to give people that I've been with that they found really helpful. So I thought it might be useful to share a couple of them here. The first one is that we need to be able to understand what good looks like, how much air a building is supposed to have, and particularly with continuous mechanical systems. So these are the fans that run all the time, whether they're in a wall, in a bathroom, or up in a ceiling. We want to know that they're giving us what they should do from a ventilation rate perspective. Now, it's easier than it's ever been to do that, and we can just ask our phone, but we do need to know what to ask it. What we're basically trying to establish is what the general or background ventilation rate is supposed to be. Now, depending on where you live, how that's calculated can be slightly different, but who better to ask than the supercomputer in your pocket? So here's the prompt that I suggest you use to get the most accurate answer possible. The first thing is you need to be able to describe where you are, because it will be different based on whether you're in Scotland or Wales or England or Ireland, for example. The second thing is you need to make sure that it uses the most current regulations or standards, that it's not referring to an old standard. And then you need to be able to describe the property in a way that it understands how to calculate that rate. And usually it's pretty straightforward. We need to describe, depending on where you live, how big the property is, and we usually do that in square meters. So what's the total square meters of the property? That's upstairs, downstairs, all the hallways, everything together. The second thing we need to do is to describe the number of bedrooms that it has. Now, there are some nuances here. For in Scotland, for example, you need to count the number of apartments. So that's bedrooms plus living rooms and dining rooms, the main rooms. In Ireland, we do it based on the number of people. And then in England and Wales, we calculate it based on just the number of bedrooms. So this is the kind of prompt that you use. I'm in England. I'm in a 100 square metre property with 3 bedrooms, and I want to calculate the general or background ventilation rates for this property for a continuous mechanical system. Please use the most current regulations to do this. It's all quite natural language. You just need to be able to describe where you are, what kind of building you're looking at, and that you want to use the most current regulations. Try that for yourself. Check online to see if it's accurate. I think you'll be surprised, and you don't need to be an expert here. You can find out very quickly in a property what that property is supposed to be doing.